All ready to ride it down, ready to ride it down, call the whole shot. He's going to get the money. 94 to do it, 94 again. Mr. Kane Lamont. But I tell you what, out there with the 251 of Jens Letterman. Well done to Jens. There he goes, the 251 of the Belgian rider Jens Letterman, courtesy of AFC Motorcycles, Kawasaki Monster Energy, Fly Racing in conjunction with Shoei Scott, Ninja's gloves, and Garnet, of course, still the quality Italian-made, handmade boot from Garnet. So Jens Letterman out there, the Belgian rider, and we've been able to catch up a little bit about racing that he's done, top 10 through Belgium and German motocross as well. ADEX, of course. ADEX is the name of the series that they do in Germany, and he's had top 10 results in that as well. So good to see him come over here. We love having riders of this calibre. He is a perfect fit. Look at that, an absolute perfect fit for the calibre of our Kiwi riders as he slots in amongst the cream. Oh, look at that around the outside, beautiful to watch. How was that? Used to burn brilliantly, and he's taken the example to Storm to the front. Great effort, 251 for Jens Letterman. Here we go in the AFC Moto KX 450 out in front this time as he heads on over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. And again, our different brands getting well represented. In fact, we've got a couple of Kawasaki's. We've got Jens up here at the moment. So Jens Letterman along board there with Kane Lamont going back to 14. Tyler Steiner in the 338. Of course, the BG Brad Greenbridge. So good work. BG up and amongst them there on the Suzuki supported Kia trailers, RMZ 450 with his great support of Shoei helmets, Garnet boots, and now a Leat motocross gear. Brand new range of gear out of Leat. Of course, long time makers of the quality Leat neck brace, which is a super safety way to look after your neck and shoulders. Strategic method pioneered by Dr. Leat, who was a South African doctor who realised how we can prevent these serious accidents. So invented the Leat neck brace, and since then it's gone on to other accessories, and now including, of course, the apparel and the gloves as well. So Leat, L-E-A-T-T, Leat from South Africa, a quality name in motorcycle safety gear, and now having BG, Brad Greenbridge, using that gear for the first time on New Zealand motor racetracks. So looking good as we watch it out there. Kawasaki to Yamaha. Get the idea whether Jens, is he now starting to come into his own? Does Cade realise that he's done the hard yards and a second place to be good enough, and he doesn't have to push it, he doesn't have to put his body on the line, he's done the work to get there to win the overall, and by being in second place he will achieve that.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the lap times at the moment. Jens Letterman just looking so classy up on the pegs. He'll come over the wall jump at the moment. Just brilliant to have some international flavour. He is the German motocross champion a few seasons ago, and he's also had MXGP experience as well, where he had some respectable top 15 finishes. So the 251 of Jens Letterman from Belgium, he's flying at the moment. He has a decent little advantage over Kane Lamont there in second place. So fastest man on track is Jens Letterman. He's stretched that advantage to just on about 2 seconds back to Kane Lamont. Tyler Steiner's managed to get himself up into third place, so well done to Tyler. BG Brad Greenbridge back there in fourth, and then go to Sam Cuthbertson all the way from Dunedin. So fantastic to have Sam make the trip up here. It's a long way to come, all the way from the bottom of the South Island in Dunedin, and he's running a good top 5 at the moment. Roy White in 6th. Joshua Jack, a fantastic 7th place with Hadley Knight and Sam Guys. They're having a foul for 8th and 9th at the moment. Quade Young rounding out our top 10. So this is a classy performance in the 251. He's stretching that advantage ever so much, and I would suggest Kane knows the overall's pretty much done and dusted. If he can stay in second place, he's well and truly sealed the overall for the day. So a smart ride here from Kane Lamont, and Tyler Steiner's pretty impressive as well. Third place from Tyler Steiner. Hasn't done a lot of riding this year, so to see him there in third place is fantastic at the moment.
Chance to dig it deep and just come through when the tone gets up. Brendan and Earth moving at home with 14-tonne excavators, and John informing us that most of his work is now done for Forestry Access Road and the milling of new trees, and of course the growth of forestry is incredible with our log exports at record highs. So great to see the forestry industry playing a crucial role in the Eastern Bay of plenty economic environment. So thanks indeed to John and the family at Brendan and Earth Moving. Proud to be supporting our MX1 class today, part of Tony Rees Motorcycles Honda Summercross. Back to our racing. There is 251 Jens Letterman, and there he is out there on the bike, rather innocent number, along with the 94 this time. There will be Kane Lamont looking back now to 14. Tyler Steiner ahead of the 338 of Bradwell. I saw that this battle was going on before. I thought I won't take long now before we see Brad move up. But I tell you what, take about Tyler Steiner. You can see why this man's been selected as E&I Kawasaki mainstream #1 rider for MX1 Racing. He has just stepped it up big time. So let's go out for this. Well done indeed. 14 and doing it big time for the fast and dynamic man there, Tyler Brenning and Tynigan. Another one of those, unfortunately, doesn't get an update in the program, but we know his credentials, and proud to talk about it with the Kawasaki E&I race team. So there we go. And then looking back, of course, we talked about just those few riders. We're down to 17 in the field. Attrition rate hasn't been too bad. So it is Jens from Kane, Tyler and Brad. Then to Sam Cuthbertson, Royden White, Hadley Knight, Joshua Jack, and Sam Guys, and Quade Young. Shout out for Quade. Quade, an all-round nice guy. Had the privilege of meeting him way back in his junior 85 days, and like so many other riders, just at his peak when he had to try and take... Oh, yeah, we are, Joker Lane. Thank you, Joker Lane, Joker Lane. There we are, Joker Lane. So there we are with our front... Oh, they both used it. Used it on the same lap. Wow. Naturally, that's what they calculated. Or was it going to be that when Kane was looking, if he thought that Jens was going to be using it, he said, I have to use it as well. Remembering, of course, Josiah Natske, he decided to use it late in the race. So both those boys have used it on the same lap, and that is effectively as early in the moto as they really can. There's still 7 laps to go. So they've used it early, strategically. And what has that done for their chances? There you go, Brad. You thought if you're in the lead, use it early. If not, use it later. Has Kane Lamont done the right thing?
Yeah, I think so. This is definitely a little bit different of a field than MX2. The field's not as spread out as the MX2. There's not as many entries out there. So I think just keeping himself neat and tidy. Kane Lamont doing a great job there in second place. But the battle for third, raging on, Tyler Steiner and BG. So that might be one of the Joker Lane plays a part in. We'll see what happens there. So Tyler ahead of BG at the moment. Sam Cuthbertson sitting in a good 5th place. Hadley Knight and Royden White, they're also having a good battle. So all these battles on the field with the Joker Lane at stake, it's going to be all on here. We'll see if we can keep you up to date. There's so much to look out for here in MX1, the final moto of the day, and we've still got a massive 6.5 laps to go. But Jens Getterman, this is where the style and the speed of the European riders really come into its own when the track gets a bit rougher. And look at the technique, absolutely fantastic. Get all the kids to go and have a look at Jens Getterman, just the absolute style of riding a rough motocross track like you would have to in Belgium. And here he is showing us a massive 6.5 second gap back to Kane Lamont. So this is it, MX1, the final moto of the day, and coming down to Jens Getterman showing us his class here.
Well, certainly is coming over the Scott jump, number 11 here on the track, and showing his clear class over the rest of the field. Nice corner to do it, good lead. Hopefully we've got Deta telling him on the board just where he is in the motor and what to do. Not, of course, the depth of riding that he would have and be used to over in Europe, but he certainly, we've shown him the quality today. And really, I think once he decided to storm in front from that race, I think it was a calculated performance for Kane to say that he was happy to be hanging back there at the moment. So Kane Lamont in the second, and we now have BG. Brad Grubridge has gone to the 3rd place. Tyler Steiner for the 4th. We had predicted it, but it just took a little bit longer to happen than we first thought. And just, I would say with the advantage or the disadvantage which those guys are back, have they actually used it? I think they will have. I get the idea they will have as well. So yes, there we are, the Joker Lane, that opportunity to turn before the number 8 jump and come across, so you don't have to go down to the club room's turn and come back in, or go over that new massive Honda wall down here, what we call a wall jump, hitting the wall. It was designed seriously to slow down our field because it was going super fast over the number 11 jump, and it's done a fantastic job. We've had 0 crashes over there today, and we only had 1 yesterday, so it has succeeded in what it was trying to do. One of those things with motocross that if the track is too fast and the conditions do get worse, it can be rather ugly, and the club has done an amazing job of making this a safe track. And it's not just going fast, it's the average speed that you want to make sure that we can keep down. So speed is everything after all. It's the way to win races, but there's also a balance in making it safe for everybody. So there we go. Great work by the club, technically advanced track, beautiful condition here on Friday when we arrived, and looking good to know that we've had some real moto here today. Yes, it's rough. You only got to look at the braking bunks here below the East Bay Engineering lap score line to realise how tough it'll be. There he is for Jens Gitterman out there in the front, 94 for Kane Lamont, cruising on home. He's done enough. This is a calculated performance, folks. Don't worry about that. Yes, if there was a chance for the title, he would be doing a whole completely different race, but he knows exactly what he's got to do, the pace he's got to ride, and he's cruising for that second to get the first overall, Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you go back to third, Brad Groombridge. He has taken the joker, but Tyler Steiner has not. So the battle for third is still out there. Is Tyler Steiner here? So that gap is about 8 seconds back there, so about 8 or 9 seconds, so we'll keep an eye on that one. I think it's about a 12 to 15 second joker lane difference in lap time, so keep an eye on that one. I think Tyler Steiner still might have that third place in the side. Sam Cuthbertson, he's just taken the joker lane as well, so he's up into fourth, so it's all on here. We've still got plenty of battles to go, and we have a massive 4.5 to 5 laps left. Jens Gitterman is well and truly out and in control of this one. He's got a 12-second lead back to Kane Lamont, but Brad Groombridge, Sam Cuthbertson and Tyler Steiner still have third place to argue about. Joker lane still on for Tyler Steiner, so we're all on here. 4.5 laps to go, and MX1 action really heating up here for the minor money.
The crucial part is, as Brad's been advising, who's used the joker lane and who hasn't. It's actually, if you're wondering about this and it hasn't quite made sense to you, please, we'd love you to understand it, because it's quite an intricate part of racing, and it's actually well explained back in our program. So if you do have an opportunity to get the program, you'll find it on page 5 of the program, where it explains what happens down the bottom with the joker lane. And if you're wanting to say, well, where does this come from, keep your eyes on the likes of Las Vegas Supercross, the rounds of AMA Motocross as well, and you'll see it often used in those events as well, the joker lane. Here we are. And look at what we've got going on down here. And there it is with 14 Tyler. So back into third place. So he's coming to third place. And I'll tell you what, that's not far. That is not far off the 94. So I think just watching the idea that we've seen that Kane is cruising, and I think that's being shown in the fact that we've now got Tyler back in that third place. So actually well picked up. Brad, he had not used it, has done so. So he's moved from fourth into third place. So the order at the moment is Jens Gitterman in first place on the 251 AFC Moto Kawasaki KX450. The head then of second place, 94, JCR Altherm Window Systems Yamaha's Kane Lamont, and then to E&I Lubricants Mainstream Kawasaki Tyler Steiner, and into Kia Trailers Suzuki and Brad Groombridge. You're awesome foursome as we get down to the business end of the moto. 4 laps to go. When we say 4, that's including the current lap they're on, so there's actually 3 and a bit as we count them back at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff from Jens Gitterman. He is down in the Whites Power Sport roller section, absolutely railing booms and looking all the class at the moment. So the 251, fantastic to watch. We go to the 94, Kane Lamont, who's definitely got second place locked up at the moment, but Tyler Steiner is coming. So the battle for second still not done for. There's still going to be 3 laps to go when Jens crosses the line. So here he goes, crossing the line. So we've got 3 laps to go. Let's keep an eye on the 94 of Kane Lamont and the 14 of Tyler Steiner. So a hard charging Tyler. I'm going to put some pressure on Kane Lamont before this one's out. We go back to fourth place, which is BG Brad Groombridge. He's used the joker lane, so neat and tidy there in fourth place. And Sam Cuthbertson come all the way from Dunedin and doing a wonderful job there. So that's your top 5. Pretty classy stuff here for the Brennigan earth-moving MX1 action, and we're down to the final 3 laps of this one.
All right, here we are now. A matter of watching your MXT or Speed Hive update and getting an idea of that performance. Remembering it is 17 seconds from first to second, then it's 5 seconds, and then it's 13 seconds. So it's only 5 seconds between Kane and Tyler. 5.6, and the way Tyler Steiner is fired up and getting fired up, who knows, is this going to be a Kawasaki Quinella? Can they make the 1-2? Could it be a fine Kiwi victory for this man? He is fine. Look at them railing. Look at the way he's coming through the ruts here. I know Kane has just been educating, but I tell you what, it could be a Scotty Moyer coming up here when he thinks that he's going to just take it easy, when he doesn't realise that other guy is coming quicker in behind him. And Tony Rees is smiling and knowing exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you think you're in a place, you think you know where you are, you think you're far enough in front, and all of a sudden the man behind you doesn't just creep up, he storms up. And by the time you get to wake up, the place gets taken. So there it is, watching out for it. Hopefully the JCR pit board will tell Kane of the closing advantage. No worries, he's not out to take it from Jens at the moment. Jens has clearly got that number 1 place, and he's cruising. Comes over the number 11 jump here at the moment on the AFC Moto Kawasaki KX450. The young man from Belgium on there with us. 2 laps to go. The border's up, the border's up. He'll be very familiar with that kind of format that they get the 2-lap board. Well done to the club, man. This is a professionally run event by people that are passionate about the sport, and effectively that we're amateurs here in New Zealand, as you know, because we're run by clubs that put on these events for the joy of the sport and for our members, and making money to put back into our sport. And that's why we thank you as members of the public and our sponsors. You're not lining somebody's pocket. It's not there to give to somebody else. It's not as if it's a event whereby the money that's made is going to profits of a company overseas. It's going here right to the Eastern Bay of Plenty, to this beautiful Bay of Plenty Motorcycle Club. So bring it home with a great run supporting BOP MCC. And Brad, you start to get the feeling that for these guys, man, they have put it on the line. Then remembering this is their 5th moto, not their 3rd race. They might have had 3 moto rounds, but the first 2 were double headers. So this is actually their 5th moto. They will be feeling fatigued.
Absolutely. So we've had 4 10-minute motos, and this one's a 15-minute moto. So that's over 55 minutes of moto time, and in this heat that would be absolutely brutal. This track, I don't know if you can see it from where you're sitting, but it doesn't really do justice how brutal it is. The massive braking bumps, the square edge bumps on exits as well. There's holes up the jump faces. It's absolutely brutal out there, but Jens Gitterman, this is absolutely brilliant. He's been a massive 6 seconds faster than anyone. His fastest lap of 1:27. No one else is even in the 1:30s. So Jens Gitterman, full of class here at the moment. He's just going to rail around the left-hander before the Scott tabletop, and the white flag ready and waiting for him. So he saved his best performance till last. He's absolutely flying today, and Kane Lamont, he's responded to Tyler Steiner's pressure. He's snuck that advantage out to 7.2 seconds. So the battle for second place is definitely with the 94 of Kane Lamont at the moment, and Tyler Steiner there in 3rd place. So great stuff here as the white flag is out. We're on our final lap of Summercross for the 48th time, and fantastic to see Kane Lamont in 2nd place. He's got 1 lap to go, and that'll be good enough for the overall there. But Tyler Steiner still there in 3rd. Absolutely brilliant MX1 racing, our cream of the crop. We've got to take our time to update. Back in 6th place, Hadley Knight, Royd and White, and 7th Sam Guys, and then Quade Young running at our top 10 at the moment. Fantastic stuff.
Well, I tell you what, conditions play a role at every event, and today it's been the heat and the sun. If we recall back to Honda International Grand Prix at Woodville last year, and it was the wind and the rain that played their part. We had people like Lee McKinstry and a young Jesse Donnelly. They got themselves 4th or 5th at the end of the day. That was after 3 motos. Here after 5 in the sun, Tyler Steiner is looking classy, folks. And what a confidence booster it must be for this young man as we build up towards Woodville and the Fox New Zealand Motocross Nationals over 4 rounds, rocking into Balclutha, Rotorua, Hawke's Bay and Taupo. And you can follow those rounds at mnz.co.nz. So check it out, the Fox Motocross Nationals. You also go to the Fox Motocross Nationals page and follow the events that are coming up starting from Saturday the 1st of February and going through 2 in February and 2 in March. So great 4-round Motocross Nationals, and I'm sure most of these competitors you'll see in action for that event, and certainly some more, including some more internationals as well. So great to see as we build up. Bring them on home, Brad.
There we go. This is Jens Gitterman to the left-hander, the Scott tabletop, and glory awaits the 5th and final race of MX1. He's had 4 second places. This is going to feel pretty good to come all the way from Belgium. He's going to take a race win. The 251 of Jens Gitterman on the AFC Motorcycles Kawasaki, full of class in this last moto. Absolutely smashed them, so he'll feel pretty good about that one, but it's going to be the overall for the 94 Kane Lamont. We can see him for the last time through the White's Power Sport roller section and over the Honda wall. There he is. He's got a couple of lap riders to just negotiate there, but a brilliant day at the office for Kane Lamont, a very smart ride as well. So there we go, the 94 on the Altherm window system, JCR Yamaha. The 94, second place in this one. He'll take the overall for the day, Kane Lamont. Fantastic result for Kane. Here's the 14 to Tyler Steiner, chased them all the way to the end. So brilliant stuff from Tyler. He's had a good day at the office, and definitely the 3rd fastest rider out there in this one here. BG Brad Grumage, he's had some pretty good starts. He'll be quite happy with his day. Double classing today as well in this brutal heat and conditions. Full credit to the Kia Trailers Suzuki man, the 338 of Brad Grumage. Coming home in 4th place, there's Sam Cuthbertson. A great day for Sam. He's in 5th place. Hadley Knight finishing in 6th with Royd and White. They're back in 7th. We've got Sam Guys in 8th, so we'll catch an update. Although those are still to come through the line. It is the 8 just going over the Scott tabletop at the moment, and then we go back to the 9 of Sam Guys. We've got Quade Young. What a good day at the office for Quade Young. Inside the top 9 at the moment, and Daniel White, he's there as well in 10th on the number 27 Kawasaki. This is fantastic. Joshua Jack, he's also had a pretty good day at the office, so classy MX1 field, fantastic to have 19 entered. Unfortunately, our New Zealand motocross champion, Cody Cooper, a practice crash during the week, unfortunately meant he couldn't compete. Gave it a nudge this morning. He went out in practice, but obviously just too sore, made the right decision and parked the bike up. He's got a big summer coming up, so well done to Coops for making that decision. But there we go. Jens Getterman wins this race, but the battle in the end is won by Kane Lamont, taking the overall with 4 wins and a second and a number of hole shots as well. So that's our MX1, that's our racing wrapped up.